Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Dead images everywhere, no life in them, endless replications of the same theme. It seems like AI art is on its track to snuff out the flame of traditional art by smothering it in its endless stream of good enough images. If you've clicked on this video, you might be an artist or have ambitions to become one. Either way, you might see the future of art on the internet as doomed. This is a plausible scenario, right? If everyone can generate images at a rate of around 1 per second, there's going to be so many new images on the internet every second that it's going to be impossible for anyone to get their message across to an online audience. Little by little, we would lose the ability to communicate from human to human on the internet. Turns out there's an old conspiracy theory that predicted this kind of future. In this video, we're going to analyze if this is actually happening, and as an artist who also works at an AI lab, I'm also going to go into what all this means for traditional artists. That's the whole point of the Art Post AI channel, by the way, so if you're into that, consider subscribing. Part 1. Overflow. If you were on art websites before AI came along, you've likely seen all of them transfigured by it. Etsy has been completely invaded. Displate also has been. DeviantArt too. Websites that in the past only distributed artists' images now offer their own AI art services. Just take a look at Getty Images, or, once again, DeviantArt. If you've attended seminars or presentations of any kind in the past 2 years, you've likely recognized AI art being used in the slides by people who are not artists. These overly smooth images that match the seminar subject way too much are everywhere. Everyone now doubts the authenticity of any given piece of art on a screen. People aren't so impressed when they see art online anymore. The first reaction is now doubt, as opposed to admiration or whatever. It's not so easy to see which are from artists and which are from AI. Even the aesthetic side is fairly well mastered by AI. I've seen it use the rule of thirds, the greatest area of contrast, as well as arabesques and diagonals. Of course it can. All the old masters' paintings are in the training datasets. Companies are starting to incorporate AI art into their products. Card games are being fully illustrated with AI. AI-made comic books too. Video models are starting to get good enough to produce full 1-minute videos indistinguishable from reality. All this stuff points towards a very scary future for us artists. Part 2. The future. In the first video on my channel, we established a very important truth about AI. AI is a super resilient field. It has been doubted and has failed us so many times in the past, yet it always rises back up stronger than ever. There is no doubting that it's going to continue on this course for the years to come. It's not going away. Can we get a bit more specific in our understanding of its course? Let's get a quick look at the evolution of AI art images over the past few years. Since the year 2014, we've gone from this, to this, to this, to this, and finally this. What do you think the future holds? In my opinion, not only are the images going to get better and prettier and more impactful, but the user's ability to finally control the output of the generation is also going to get better. And there won't be anyone motivated enough to stop it. The vibe coming from society as a whole is one of relative acceptance towards the AI. Mostly there's apathy or even hate towards artists. I think this is partly an incarnation of a latent envy, since everyone likes to draw or play music or some kind of artistic hobby, but only artists get to do that as a job. Other people are looking to convince themselves that their own lives aren't worse. Every non-artist envies artists at least a little bit, and envy does nasty stuff. So culture is completely ready to allow these AIs to completely flood the internet, and there likely won't be any significant pushback. Eventually, everyone will use the AI. Just like search engines came to be used by all, AI will come as a sophisticated search engine for images that people will then share everywhere. They'll post multiple images per day on social media, or even try to sell these images, competing with slower traditional artists. With everyone constantly doing this, AI arts won't be high in value for long, but this also means that the value of a lot of human art will also plummet along with it. Part 3. The dead internet theory. It seems like some people a few years ago predicted that this was going to happen, that our rich internet would transform into a loud playground of artificial outputs. These people conjectured that the internet was already a wasteland of AI-generated content masquerading as human creation, all controlled by some elite to keep us plugged in and direct our attention wherever they want. Now, this is a rather crazy theory, but there was a good intuition there, which is becoming more and more verified. Imagine scrolling through your social media feeds, engaging with posts, liking, commenting, and sharing, only to realize that half of what you interact with isn't the product of a human mind, but the cold calculation of an algorithm. This scenario is not just a plot for a dystopian novel, it's a growing reality of AI technologies as they become sophisticated enough to mimic humans seamlessly. What once was a tool to connect with real people across the globe is slowly turning into a deceptive echo chamber with less and less human efforts going into each post. If this trend continues, what does that mean for our future? Will we lose the ability to distinguish between genuine human interaction and AI simulations? Now, the dead internet theory states that this is the case right now. Obviously, it's not. But promoting your art online has become a pretty big part of being an artist nowadays, and that avenue might be going away as the dead internet theory begins to prove prophetic. So, to answer the question in the title, it seems like it's going to get harder for digital artists, but by making sure that you stay connected with the times and match your artistic direction with what AI will not replace you for, you can still be successful. Imagine being one of the first artists to find the solution to AI. That's what the Art Post AI channel is all about, so subscribe if you're interested. In addition, do you think the future will look as described by the dead internet theory? Let me know in the comments. I always respond. And I'll see you guys next time.
Now the silence whispers, haste taken control. Farewell to the strokes, the shades, the lines. Bye bye, AI. Bye bye to the visions born.